Bill Belichick recently just signed a 5-year contract to become North Carolina's head coach, 3 years of that being guaranteed for $30 million. He sent them a 400-page document outlining how North Carolina's funds should be used for the transfer portal, NIL, and how they should run the program. Obviously, we have to win the ACC and national championship, but we need to recruit better than what North Carolina has been doing. We need to get a star or elite development quarterback, develop him up to be our next Tom Brady. Belichick, while in New England, always had that elite tight end. So we need to get a tight end 87 overall or better. Then for the defense, Belichick, again, always had an elite defense in New England. So a 90 overall defense is something we need to strive for in this rebuild. If you like challenges like this on College Football 25, drop a like, subscribe down below, and comment who I should rebuild next. This quarterback of the future might be right in front of him. Connor Harrell, coming in a sophomore scrambling archetype from Alabaster, Alabama, impact dev, but he only has 2 skill caps with his accuracy, 84 throw on the run, 87 short, 84 medium. His throw power can go all the way up, and his quickness. He already has 84 speed, so we might have our next Brady right in front of us. We might have just found our Brady right here. Yeah, he's a 5-star. 95 throw power, 87 speed, 88 short accuracy. My God, this is probably one of the better quarterbacks I think I've scouted. He is the #1 quarterback and player in the nation, and he is interested in coming to play for Belichick. We would start the season 3-1, but we have a tough interstate rivalry matchup that begins conference play here against Duke. Here we go. Max Johnson in the Tar Heel offense has driven down to the 15-yard line of Duke, trying to put up by 2 possessions here. Dropping back, looking to throw over to the left side, wide open. Man, that looks like Jay Jones. And that is going to be up to about the 5-yard line. Timeout by Duke. Not calling timeouts. 20 seconds left at the 2-yard line. You got to give this to Hampton yet again. Let him try to get in the end zone. Guard is the block. He shoves through a man. Gets in. Touchdown Tarheels. Yet again threatening in Duke territory. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Johnson making adjustments at the line of scrimmage. 2 seconds ticking down. Handing it off to Hampton. And that's wide open touchdown. Nobody could stop him. And he is an absolute beast. And just like that, that will mark Bill Belichick's first career ACC victory, defeating Duke 24-14 behind this man right here, Marion Hampton. 127 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. Dang, we do lose out here on Matt Hollenbach. He was an outside linebacker, 4-star at Clemson. Going to take him off the board. Still not good enough in playing style. We have a D playing style in Tavita Ria, which is bad, but we do get 4-star Jim Melissa's back, Rick Daniels, out of Radford, Virginia. 94 speed, 91 excel, going to be a great back after Hampton leaves. Week 6 and 7 is going to be incredibly pivotal for this program as we have numerous recruits ready to come in for a visit. And I'm pretty confident our next 2 games against Pittsburgh and Georgia Tech. Both teams not really performing that well this season, so overall, pretty confident. Ugly game here, but we do indeed get a 1 win down, 10-7 against Pitt. Really ugly game. Max Johnson only 162 yards, and Marion Hampton 25 for 104 and 1, which would lead the way. That win would lead us to get some commits. 5-star wide receiver Landon Lamb with 93 speed, 96 agility. Bill Belichick's first 5-star in this NIL era. And then we would get that tight end, Sean Dinopoli, 4-star possession archetype, 85 agility, 81 catching at 6'3". So hopefully he's got a good development trait and he could be our next Rob Gronkowski. No, we lose out on Kevin Wolf, the 5-star gym quarterback. He came on a visit, but it wasn't enough as he verbally commits to Penn State. That is a bummer right there. However, despite losing out on Wolf, we would get 3 other commits after the Week 7 matchup, starting off here with Connor Trout, man-to-man corner archetype, coming with 93 speed and 90 excel. The next guy we got is Walt Thomas, strong safety, run support, 86 speed, 85 excel. And then Joey Burns, 4-star gym outside linebacker with 75 awareness, 91 speed, and 89 excel. He can be that Hightower or Mayo archetype to lead this defense. My goodness. Against Virginia, Antavius Lane had 3 picks and 6 tackles. That is probably one of the craziest games I've seen from a safety. As right now, as you see, we're ranked 19th in the nation, coming in 7-1, going against the 25th ranked Florida State Seminoles. And here in week 10, we sit atop of the ACC standings at 4-0, just barely ahead of SMU, who's right behind us with a similar record and the same conference record. And through week 10, we got 2 more commits, starting off with 4-star Jim Gage Tuttle, agile archetype right guard with 91 strength and 85 impact blocking. Then we have 4-star middle linebacker Everett Toner with 90 speed and 85 tackle. And we would end up narrowly beating Florida State 27-21. It was a little close game there for a bit. DJ is not doing great. Max Johnson didn't do great either. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but Amarian Hampton carried the way yet again. Another 100-yard games with a score on top. Took us to week 12, but Wake Forest did upset us at home, marking our first conference loss of the season. 26-21, Max Johnson, 251-1. Amarian Hampton still at a 100-yard game, but our defense simply just could not stop him. That loss would drop us down to 3rd in the ACC, knocking us out of the conference championship game right now. However, we do have a dance with NC State at the last game of the regular season. On the bright side, though, we would get another tight end, Joey Sandland. Possession tight end, didn't have enough points to really scout him, but he is a 4-star possession archetype. Hopefully he has a good depth trait. However, we overlooked our recent opponent in Boston College, go on the road, drop another game to them, 35-24. Try to come back in the 4th quarter, as you see there. Castellanos had 2 picks, but Max Johnson didn't play a terrible game. 2 touchdowns, no picks, only 55% completion percentage. But Amarian Hampton couldn't get the ball rolling, only 57 yards on the ground with 11 carries. With that, it's now basically a 6-way tie to see who's going to make the ACC championship game. We need a lot of magic to happen. However, we do have NC State this week. We need Wake Forest, Miami, Virginia Tech, or SMU to combine for 2 losses. Rhea would commit to Ohio State. That's the one guy we were locked down on for a while due to our playing style. Was a long shot anyway, but I held him onto the board. We might have just found our Brady. 3-star gem, athletic quarterback, 91 speed, 90 throw power, not heavily recruited out of Statesville, North Carolina, basically in our own backyard. Oh yeah, we're going to give him 25 points, and let's see what he can develop into and if we can even get him. First, we have a date with NC State to determine if we have a chance to make the ACC championship. Big rivalry matchup in the last game of the regular season. Let's see what Max Johnson can do now. He's motioning over JJ. 3rd and goal from the 4. He's looking to run, rolling left, throwing it. Almost intercepted. Terrible throw. We're going to have to settle for a field goal. It's only about 21 yards out. Not even that. Yeah, it might be 21 yards away. It's going to be up and through the uprights. We're going to take a 10-point lead. There we go. NC State does answer back. Grayson McCall to Justin Jelly for a 12-yard touchdown. This game's going to be tied up at 13. Now they are driving down the field right now. They just score another touchdown. Who was that to? Grayson McCall to Corey Collins, 41 yards. And we're going to come up with a 2-minute drill here. Oh, not even punt. We got picked off 22 yards by Caden Fordham. That might just be the game, unfortunately. Let's see what they're going to do. Running the ball, punt it away. Or they're going to actually kick a field goal. They missed. Oh my gosh, we have a chance. Here we go. 36 seconds, no timeouts. Ball at the 28-yard line. What does Max Johnson have? Over the middle. Wide open man. That's Parsor. Oh my gosh, down to the 2. Got to run, hurry up. Max Johnson, no touchdowns, 2 picks. But ball at the 2-yard line. Anything can happen here. He's going to come up and spike the football to save some time. Got a lot of options here after the spike. Ball at the 2-yard line. Max Johnson dropped back to throw. He finds man Bryson Espit. Oh my gosh. We just drove down the field without under about a minute left, and this game might go into overtime. Oh, touchdown. It was an overtime. I was just simulating. No, we missed it. We didn't get anything. NC State takes it in overtime, 26-23. I was just skipping through plays, and I guess we threw a pick. That must have been what just happened. Yeah, Max Johnson threw his 3rd interception of the day. He had 2 going into overtime. And he basically just sold in the last game of the season. Now we have no shot at the ACC championship or even the playoffs in year 1. Yeah, that interception was by Sean Brown for 27 yards, and that is what sealed the deal. The recruiting screen finally is popping up here after week 15. We do get Nathan Osborne, 4-star wide receiver from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Only guy looks like the commits. We are in good position on a bunch of other guys, though. But that loss to NC State bumped us all the way down to 9th in the conference standings. NC State right now popping up at number 1. Looks like they're going to play SMU in the ACC championship game. John Mateer, Washington State. This is the first time I've seen him win the Heisman. 3,300 yards, 35 touchdowns, 3 picks. What a season by the sophomore quarterback. And we're going to play Texas Tech in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. So let's hope we can pour Bill Belichick in a bunch of mayonnaise. Duke's Mayo Bowl against Texas Tech. Both teams pretty much the exact same overall, so this might be a pretty doggone close game. And what could be Max Johnson's and Amarian Hampton's last game together in this Tar Heel backfield, I would like to send them out with a win. Johnson and Hampton in the backfield. Slow mesh, but absolutely blown up in the backfield. Gonna have to force to kick a field goal about 30 yards out, but this would put us up 17-7 over the Red Raiders. I'm pretty sure we can make it here on the right hash. It is up and through the uprights. We go up by 10. 3rd and goal from the 1. Full house look. Gotta capitalize. Get a touchdown. Hand it to your best player. Hampton getting it on the pitch to the outside, and they are locking him down right now, forcing another field goal attempt. This one about 21 yards away. Should be relatively smooth operation here. 21 yards, up and good. Gonna go up 20-7. We come out completely angry after blowing that one against NC State, obliterating Texas Tech 49-17. And Bill Belichick's getting drowned in mayo. You go from winning the Super Bowl to now getting mayonnaise all over yourself, as Max Johnson has the best game probably of his career with 427 yards and 3 touchdowns. So that bowl win, we would get 4-star wide receiver Miles Durbin from Nashville, Tennessee. And we stand pretty good on Henry Bukele. I think that's how you say his name. An interesting national championship here. Oregon versus Ole Miss. Oregon can make it in real life to play Ohio State today, which is on the day of the semifinal round, January 1st. But Ole Miss is not even in the playoffs. So I'm interested to see who comes out on top here. Ole Miss does 31-27. So in this world, the Rebels take the 2024 national championship. In year one, Max Johnson did okay. 2,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, 11 picks. Definitely want somebody better at quarterback. But in Belichick's pro-style offense, this is manageable. On the ground, we're going to miss Marion Hampton. 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns, over 102 yards per game on an average basis. Not many backs in the nation can replicate what he just did. Receivers, we are going to lose Nate McCollum and as well as J.J. Jones, but this was pretty well spread out amongst everybody. Also going to lose Bryson Nesbitt, senior tight end. So we need to find another guy to develop him. Then on defense, Power Echols. What a name, by the way. Led us in tackles with 63. We had 17 sacks from Desmond Evans. That's more than the rest of our team combined. Yeah, that's production we're going to miss as well. And then Antavius Lane with 6 picks. So we are losing a lot of veteran leadership on offense and defense. With 4 seniors I left to get drafted, Marion Hampton in round 1, Willie Lampkin in round 3, Kamen Ruck in round 4, and Bryson Nesbitt snuck into round 7, one of our very productive tight ends. Got a lot of production we have to replace here in the transfer portal. In the transfer portal, 2 of the top 3 running backs are interested in us. Kanye Roberts from Appalachian State and Roman Hemby from Maryland. These 2 guys are going to try to replace the shoes of a Marion Hampton, and I hope they can do so. Unfortunately, we have no transfer quarterback interested in us. I would love to get Marcel Reed, but he's just not interested in going anywhere to North Carolina. So obviously the week 1 recruiting is going to be a mix of a high school guys and transfer portal. One guy I'm really hoping to get here is another tight end, Dalton Marichich. Haven't scouted him yet, but it's a 4-star vertical threat tight end, as well as Ethan Slate, 3-star gym quarterback, 91 speed, 90 throw power. And as we go down to the transfer portal, I'm interested in Kanye Roberts, transfer from App State. And we went through a bunch of offensive linemen and secondary pieces to make this team better and hit that 90 overall threshold on defense. Nobody committed after week 1. We have a little bit more work to do to get some guys in, but I'm pretty confident we put a bunch of transfer guys coming in for a visit week 2. So we'll see what we get after this week. There we go. We get 3-star quarterback gem, Ethan Slate. Again, 91 speed, 90 throw power. That's the only guy we get. That's a little disappointing. The offseason week 3 is approaching. We are very close to get a ton of commits. So some of them should start snowballing in as I put more transfer to come on a visit this week. It did the glitch out thing again, but after week 3, we got Dalton Marichich. We got Henry Bukele, or Bukele, however you want to pronounce his name. Physical athlete, 6'4", and then we did get the transfer running back Kanye Roberts from App State, as well as transfer strong safety Jaden Hardy. Thing popped up and worked again. We would get 4-star wide receiver Caleb DeBeer, and we will get 3-star running back from Maryland, Devin Roche. Now we can see where our class ends up after these 2 commits. And we end up with the 12th best class. You know, not bad for Bill Belichick's first season. 23 total recruits, 1 5-star, and 16 4-stars with 6 3-stars. We got London Lamb, the 5-star wide receiver, would have star development. Again, 93 speed, 96 agility. There we go. Gage Tuttle with impact development. 91 strength, 82 lead block, 85 impact blocking. Alpha Stoner didn't even pop up as a gem. Elite development at the slot corner, 90 speed, 93 change of direction. He's going to develop quite nicely. Joey Sandlin has star. Okay, this is something we could work with. 6'6", possession receiver. Great development. Might be our Gronk that we're looking for. Oh my gosh, DeBeer has elite, and we didn't even scout him. We have 2 elite receivers, route runner. You know, this is that Julian Edelman, Wes Welker archetype that Bill Belichick loves to use, and he's going to be used quite often. But that highlights the class here of season 1 with Bill Belichick at the helm. A couple elite developments, really good stars in some places. But right now, I'm very hopeful with what we got to work with in the future. Again, DeBeer with elite, a couple other guys, offensive linemen with elite, and 2-star tight ends. We changed Henry Bukele to middle linebacker because he gets gold robber and gold house call for his abilities with 95 speed at 6'4". That is a literal cheat code for defense. Year 2, we go up to an 86 overall, 87 defense, so a little bit closer to where we want to be, led by Zach Rice, offensive lineman, and Kobe Pasor, as well as Marcus Allen at corner. So looking really good so far. Redshirt freshman Jaden Patterson shoots up to an 86 overall. So we're looking pretty good. At quarterback, Connor Harrell only goes up to a 79. So not exactly where you want to see him develop, even though he only has 2 skill caps. So we might have to see what we do at quarterback. We have a bunch of other guys. Michael Merdinger, redshirt freshman, coming in with impact dev as well, 3-star. And he's developing a little bit better. 92 throw power, not nearly as fast, and has a little bit more skill caps. At running back, Kanye Roberts, the transfer from App State, will take the helm with Devin Rush a little bit behind him. He's got a lot of abilities, gold shifty too. And we also have a redshirt freshman, Davion Goss. In our second season, we're going to start off on the road against TCU, at home in Charlotte and Georgia State before going to UCF. And then at home, opening up with Stanford, new ACC team, as well as Cal, then Duke and Syracuse, Wake Forest trying to get a revenge from last year, Clemson, Virginia, before our rematch against NC State. This is what our board's going to look like heading into season 2, led by 2 quarterbacks I'm really trying to go after. Jason Killings, 87 speed, 93 throw power, platinum magician. And then Evan Heaney, 5-star gem, which means great development trait, 96 throw power, 87 speed, less abilities, but probably a better dev trait. Then you have 5-star gem Abdullah Zavala, 92 speed at middle linebacker. As you can see, we're going heavy after defense and a little bit of running backs, mainly quarterbacks too. But because Bill Belichick prides himself of building up a strong defense and a front seven, a lot of the guys we offered scholarships to are the offensive linemen, linebackers, or quarterback. The season doesn't start off well though. TCU blows us out 24-13. Connor Harrell started off with 2 interceptions in his first career start. So we'll see how he develops, or we bench him for Merdinger. How in the world do we lose to Charlotte at home? 24-10. What? Harrell in 1-1. Do we have to bench him for Merdinger already? Merdinger would at least lead us to our first victory, 24-19. Let's see how he did on the stat line. But Lou had 2 picks. Merdinger, 173-1, not terrible. We can't get much going on the ground though. Roberts only 83 yards with Roche only 30. Well, after week 5, we get our first commit, Ramon Mercer, 4-star corner slot archetype. We did scout him a little bit in the offseason, 92 speed, 94 change of direction with 89 excel. Another commit we got is Carter Gadaki, 4-star scrambling quarterback archetype, 83 speed, 91 throw power. So just in case we can't get Killings or Heaney, he serves as a serviceable plan B. But here we have a bunch of recruits ready for a visit. It is week 6. As you see, 3 players, the main guys Killings and then Zavala, as well as Jalen Durbin, all coming in for a visit. And his team just seems to fall off a cliff. We are 2-3, lost our first ACC conference matchup against Stanford, 28-25, with a bunch of recruits coming in. We try to come back in the 4th quarter, as you see there, 18-7. But Merdinger hasn't been performing too bad, 208-2. It's just we can't get much in the ground game going, so we might have to start changing our scheme to air it out a little more. But we lose Heaney to Georgia and Zavala due to our poor performances. That is brutal to say the least. Okay, so we do get 5-star quarterback Jason Killings. There's a tough battle to get him from Texas, but he's got 93 throw power, 87 speed, platinum magician. If he has a decent, I'm expecting at least star dev, he could be our quarterback of the future. It's now week 9. This is a pivotal time for 5-star defensive tackle Brett McCaffrey. We play Duke this week. We need to come out with a win to hope to flip him from Ohio State. We also have Jeremy Waddle coming in. He's far and away ahead from Penn State. And then we also have at the bottom running back Rodney Long, 5-star, got to fight away from Syracuse and beat Duke. Well, we do the opposite of what I was just saying. Duke comes in 34-28, beats us down. Not sure why. Oh, Malik Murphy's there, 3 touchdowns, did throw 2 picks. Merdinger, 268-3. Harrell came in because he probably got hurt. He did get injured, threw a pick, and that's probably why we lost the game. Then we got on the running. We don't have any sort of rushing attack like we did a year ago. I got Pesor broke his hand. Merdinger dislocated his knee. We have so many injuries. This is probably why we're losing so much. Broken tibia, fractured shoulder blade, forearm fracture. We're just dropping everybody like flies. Yep, we lost Durbin to Ohio State because we lost. Not surprised. We also lost McCaffrey due to him. Well, due to us losing to Duke. So we'll see if we at least got the running back. We did get Ronnie Long, 5-star receiving back archetype from Virginia Beach. He's got 91 speed, 92 excel, and 88 change of direction. Well, we do get Zach Keaton, 4-star quarterback. Again, he was a plan B option, but we did get the 5-star in Killings. But 91 throw power, 77 speed, good accuracies. He may have a decent dev trait. We would end up beating Wake Forest thanks to Caleb Laverly. 3 sacks on the day. You could say he was erupting. He was the lava in this case. God, I hate my dad jokes sometimes. But 5 tackles, 3 sacks would lead us to a victory. After Wake Forest, we would bolster our offensive line. We got 2 commits here. One from Josh Harmon, 4-star offensive guard, agile archetype, 89 strength, 87 impact blocking. And then we get Reggie Adams, pass protecting center with 82 pass block power, 83 in his finesse, bronze pocket shield, and decent impact blocking at 77. If we can find a way to somehow defeat number 5 Clemson, this might be able to end our woes this season. However, Cade Klubnik, who returned for his senior season, is dicing us up and down the field, hands it off, and then it's untouched into the end zone. Where in the world is our defense? Similar story here, 3rd and 6. Klubnik has led his offense back down to the 7-yard line. Gonna drop back, looking to pass to the left side, touchdown. Dicing up our team, and now we're down 14-0. When it got worse from there, we would end up getting blown out at home, 38-12. Gonna insta commit. That's the first time that's ever happened. Bryce Parker, just going through trying to get scholarships, automatically commits. He's an athletic run stopper, 90 speed, 85 tackle. Definitely can help us out on defense. Would get Osafa Dukes, 4-star middle linebacker run stopping archetype from Honolulu, Hawaii. 86 speed, 87 talent, 86 excel with bronze hammer. Definitely can help us out. As you see a theme here, really going hard after linebackers, and I don't need to do more here for Harry Lau, so we're going to throw some hours on him as well. 1 game left to be bowl eligible. Need to come out with a win, of course, against our rivals to do so. And we fall just short, 34-24 on the road against NC State. Oh my God, CJ Bailey, 288-4, definitely cooked us. Michael Merninger, 3-1, not terrible. Just couldn't get anything really going on the ground. Kanye Roberts, 17-75. Merninger, 51 yards, but overall, we were missing too many weapons. Where we really fell off is the quarterback position. I mean, these 2 guys combined for 22 touchdowns and 9 picks wasn't terrible, but I just feel like they didn't execute the same way Max Johnson did a year ago. And we also fell off a ton on the ground. Roberts only had 931 yards, sure, a decent yards per carry, but Rose didn't do crazy. We only had, what, 10, 14, 15 total scores on the ground as well. Blackwell stepped up, 869 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's a pretty productive season by his standards. But Jake Johnson didn't replicate anything from last year. Christian Hamilton only had 3 scores. And if we go on defense, we probably didn't have nearly as TFLs or sacks. Yeah, only 8 for Bo Atkinson, which led the team. And he also did not lead it. Amari Campbell led us in sacks with 7.5. And we didn't get as many as picks we did a year ago either. So just not as productive all the way around. Kansas State is the team that wins the national championship. Definitely an interesting team, but nothing's impossible. After the end of the season, we'll look at 3-star tight end Taylor Wicks. He's from North Carolina, possession archetype, should be okay depth piece. Oh my God, we have a lot of people possibly transferring. My Lord, have mercy. Okay, we do get Jaden Patterson to stay, redshirt freshman, 85 overall. I gotta play this very carefully though. We do get Bennett. We're 2 for 2 so far, which is really good. I'm mainly going after freshmen that need to stay. Connor Trout, gone. That's unfortunate. We have 3 chances for 3 other people. So I don't know who else I'm going to try for. And we got Slate to stay. He was a high persuasion chance. So we got 2 more attempts to get people to stay. Let's see. We already have 1 free safety, so he's going to be a backup. Maybe the center? Aiden Banfield? Let's see. He doesn't stay. So I have 1 more shot here. Shot from Miles Durpin here, and he does not stay. So we're losing a bunch of players to the portal. So we got 2 to stay, and 4 left. Or 3 to stay, 3 to leave. But we're losing a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players to the portal. Since we were last on the board, we got a couple other commits. We did get 5-star free safety Patrick Brooks. We're going to go over his dev trait in a second. I did take a quick glance down there. But we'll go over their dev traits at the very end. We did get 4-star quarterback Jim, field general Harvey Lyles, and then we get 4-star middle linebacker Lane Sprinkle, as well as 4-star free safety Raheem Dodgins. Now let's see in the portal who's going to be interested in possibly coming to the team. There's already a couple 4-stars I see. We got to get them on the board. Week 1, we added a couple of transfers to the board, mainly led by these 3 4-star guys. First off with Darrell Robinson from Maryland. We got Teron Kelman, also from Maryland. And then we have Ethan Vasco from Chesapeake, Virginia. I'm hopeful we can get Vasco because we desperately need a quarterback. 2 weeks in and we still don't have any commits. That's very troublesome. We are so close in a bunch of guys. I'm hopeful that after week 3, some of these recruits actually start coming to the team. It did the glitch again to where I couldn't see the car that pops up at the very end, but we did get 3-star outside linebacker J.R. Burks. Keep going down, got 4-star running back Darrell Robinson, 4-star running back Teron Kelman, and we finally got us a quarterback, 4-star Ethan Vasco. These main 3 were the ones I was worried about the most, so I'm really glad we got all of them. It's finally working. 3-star receiver after week 4 commits Adrian Anelli. That's the only guy we got? That's crazy. Everybody I was going after flipped. I didn't show all of them. Okay, so we got Gideon Handy, Nolan Stewart, and Ted Hartline. It just didn't show these last 3 at the bottom, which is weird. Here we go. So starting from the top to the bottom, we're going to go through each and every one of these dev traits, starting with Ramon Mercer with elite development. That's a great way to start. 92 speed, 89 excel, 94 change of direction. Carter Godocki with impact, 83 speed, 91 throw power. Killings with star. Okay, beautiful. He might be our quarterback of the future after Vasco graduates with 87 speed, 93 throw power. Long with star. Great. We need a better running back in our backfield. 91 speed, 92 excel. Keaton with star. So 2 quarterbacks with star development. Whoever develops better, has better caps, will be the future. 91 throw power, 84 short. Star for Harmon. That is 3 in a row. We are killing the game out here. 89 strength, 87 impact. Elite for Reggie Adams. This class is crazy. Holy hell. Pass block finesse 83, 82 pass block power. Star for Dukes. Dude, this class is absurd. 87 tackle, 86 speed. Okay, now we finally have a normal with Rob Jamison. Star for Patrick Brooks, 5-star free safety, 89 speed, 81 pursue. Star for Harvey Lyles. That's 3 quarterbacks in this cycle with star or elite development. 94 throw power, 85 accuracy for the medium. Impact for Sprinkle. Normal for Doggins, Wicks with impact, star for Bryce Parker, 3-star athletic run stopper, 90 speed. And then as we go down to the bottom, normal, star for Griggs. My gosh, so many star developments. Impact for Robinson, normal, normal for Vasco. So doesn't look like anybody from the transfer portal is going to do anything, but Ted Hartline would star to close it out. And all of that would put us at the 4th best class in the nation. 3 5-stars. 12 4-stars, 9 3-stars, and Syracuse is the only other ACC team above us, which is actually kind of wild. So here in year 3, we do hit the goal of the 90 overall defense, but we got to keep it that way. Evan Bennett up to a 91 with the boost, 87 pure overall, but with Bill Belichick being a tactician, up to a 91. Rice up to a 91. Nathan Osmond, redshirt freshman wide receiver, up to an 89. Only his impact dev, but he is developing really nicely so far. His route running is crazy. 97 short, 99 both medium and deep. That's wild. Quarterbacks, who develops at all? Okay, so Harrell's up to an 81, Merdinger up to an 80, but they have some freshmen hot on their tails. Killings up to a 79, Slate up to a 78. Lyles, Godocki 76, 74 with Keaton at a 73. Year 3 begins on the run at TCU, then BYU, UConn, Duke, Notre Dame, then at the #1 ranked Clemson Tigers, then coming home to Syracuse, Louisville, Pittsburgh, Virginia, Miami, and then once again closing it out with NC State. Hopefully we can do better than 5 and 7. This is the year we really got to turn a corner. We're getting pretty aggressive here for season 3 on the recruiting. As you see, a bunch of 5-stars and 4-stars on the board, but we found a lot of gems. Call it like a treasure chest of what you will, of 4-stars that we can find and be useful. So we'll see how the recruit shakes out, who we get on top of early, and hopefully we can get on them to come to our team. This is how I prioritize my hours. I went after guys that either I was on the top of or I felt like I could win the battle. We're ahead on Curse and Lindell, as well as Landry. But everybody else that we're going after isn't really getting recruited crazy difficult. So I feel like throwing 60 or 70 hours on him, we should be able to land some pretty good talent. Good start so far for transfer quarterback Ethan Vasco, coming in and beating TCU 41-20, getting revenge for what happened a year ago. Let's see how Vasco did. 283-3. That is what we expect out of our quarterback. And Kanye Roberts coming onto the scene with 102. Week 3 is already a big week. We have key players coming in on a visit, starting off with 4-star Levi Kirsty, man-to-man corner archetype with 94 speed and 90 excel. Keep on going down. We have Lindell Mwamba, athletic run stopper, coming with 89 speed, 87 agility. We also have Landry Samia, 4-star wide receiver route runner with 90 speed, 93 agility. And keep going down. We have Keelan Hollis, a power back, but get this, 96 speed from a power back at 6'2", 229. That's a guy you gotta get. However, we would fall to UConn 31-20. This team just reinvigorated their football program, and now they're going and beating teams like us on the road, which is kind of crazy. Vasco with 156-2. Not really a terrible game. Roberts at 127 yards, so it must have been our defense that let us down. Evers 129, 1-1. Oh, 106, 92 and a touch. 29 and a, yeah, definitely the ground game. The rushing defense what let us down. But we would get Landry Samia to commit 4-star wide receiver route running archetype. Again, we already went over his abilities before. So that's good. We at least got one of the guys that came on a visit to commit. Hey, after we beat Notre Dame, so in week 5, we're in week 6 right now. We got a bunch of commits. We got Levi Curse at 4-star corner. Lindell Mwamba, 4-star gem athletic run stopper. Already went over Samia. Now that frees us up 345 hours to work with. Another commit we got was Ben Davis, one I didn't even see until I scrolled all the way down. 4-star physical wide receiver archetype, 92 speed with 95 jumping at 6'2". Dang, we traveled on the road. The number 5 Clemson got absolutely malloped, 31-10. How do they get Lenore Sellers? That's interesting. He always enters the portal from South Carolina, but 322-3. Vasco only 163 yards. Nothing on in the air, actually. Nothing on the ground, 17 for 88. We need just receivers that can actually separate to help Vasco out some. Even though we just got dominated by Clemson, we at least got a recruit. 5-star running back, Brian Coker. All his co-kids out here is going to be rooting for him once he comes here to Tar Heel land. 92 speed, 93 excel, 93 agility. That is what we want out of a cokehead. Now the commits are starting to pour in. We got 4-star gem Spencer Cobb, agile archetype. Love that he's a gem. 84 finesse on his run block, 81 for his pass block finesse, with 85 on both lead and impact blocking. Also got Javon Heaney, 4-star gem right tackle, 87 strength. We keep going down. We got Gerald Bishop, another gem. I'm telling you, this class is full of them. 82 finesse, 80 lead block, 88 impact blocking. And then we're back down to where we already had our other commits. We would lose out on Emmett York, unfortunately, but we can work with that. Syracuse is a team that has had our number in the past. Just last year, they got the #1 recruiting class ahead of us, and they've beaten us numerous times before. Got to hope they get revenge in this one. Syracuse continuously just beats us down every chance they get. 38-17 in this one. Connor Harrell came in, so Vasco must have gotten hurt. And maybe for this one. Good night, that's not good. But anyways, 140-2. He didn't do bad in relief, but you want your starting quarterback out there for the entire game. So right now, about halfway through the season, we stand towards the lower end of the ACC at 2-2. However, we do play Pitt this week, ranked 17th in the nation. We come out and we come through with an upset, and we will shoot up the rankings of the ACC. We just got to hope to find a way to get up here to play in a conference championship game for the first time in Bill Belichick's tenure. And we did. We came away with a close, narrow victory, 31-28. What a battle this must have been. Yeah, Vasco came back with some vengeance. 343-3. Did have that one interception. No rushing yards, surprisingly enough. But Christian Hamilton and Jordan Shipp had 100 yards each with a touchdown. Win against Virginia, Christian Hamilton, 8 receptions, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, definitely deserving of the offensive player of the week. And as you see here, we are ranked for the first time since season 1. 20th in the nation versus Miami, who is ranked 24th. And we also got another quarterback, Channing Figueroa. I believe that's how you say his name. 4-star gem scrambling archetype with 94 throw power and 88 speed with 88 excel. Good short accuracy as well with 86. Not only do we have another top 25 matchup against Miami, but we do have a bunch of recruits ready for a visit. Tyler Yoder, 4-star gym center coming in. Cornell Downey, 4-star scrambling athlete coming in. We keep going down. 4-star free safety Jesse Franz coming in. So 3 gem players that we need to commit, so we gotta beat the Hurricanes. Judd Anderson is now the quarterback for Miami. They are threatening at our 5-yard line. It's gonna be dropping back, ready to throw, but the pressure is gonna get there. We finally get aside. That is Malik Hamrick on the tackle, forcing Miami to kick a field goal. And we score a touchdown. How do we get down there? Ethan Vasco to Nathan Osborne, 40 yards. We are all tied up here at 13. Vasco has led us all the way down to the 11-yard line, 16-13. Just over a minute left in the third quarter. He's going to hand it off here to the right side. We get the first down. That is Kanye Roberts, his 9th carry of the day for 50 total yards. So first and goal from the 5 after that handoff. Going to be another one right to Roberts. He's going to walk almost untouched to the end zone, but it brings him down to the 2, which leads to second and goal from the 2-yard line. Are they going to hand it back to Roberts again for the 3rd straight time? They will indeed. It's a power. He doesn't really follow his blocks. He cuts that inside, and we are walking to the end zone, which leads to 3rd and goal from the 1. See, a 5th straight handoff. It's a read option. And oh my gosh, the Miami defense stands tall, goal line stand, and they're going for it. Oh, this is what it all comes down to. I formation, powerhouse football. My 5 versus yours. It's a handoff up the gut. Stiff arm. And he stopped. Miami's defense holds. Oh my goodness. Well, I can't actually yet, so we'll watch this 1st and 10 play. Could be a safety from the 2-yard line, handoff up the gut. Oh my goodness, big play up to the 12-yard line for Mark Fletcher. There we go. This time we convert Ethan Vasco to Christian Hamilton for an 8-yard score here in the 4th quarter, and we take our first lead of the ball game. 23 apiece here in overtime. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. What is Vasco going to do? It's going to be another handoff to Roberts, and he's going in untouched, dives in, touchdown. Now Miami's going to have to answer right back, or else they are not going to win this ball game. There we go. They do answer right back. Judd Anderson to Joshua Trader, 12 yards, and the extra point will be good. Miami getting the ball for the 2nd overtime. All right, Vasco hit Julian Randolph for the score. It was a 16-yard touchdown pass. Now this is the 2-point conversion that could win the game. Vasco dropping back to throw, empty set. He's got pressure everywhere, doesn't get it off, and we are going to a 3rd overtime. Oh, what just happened? We won. Wait a minute. What? Whoa. Okay, that's because it's a 2-point conversion off from there. We do end up winning in 3 overtimes, 38-36. I forgot it's a 2-point conversion off after the 2nd overtime, but Ethan Vasco came out to play, 272 yards and 3 touchdowns. After that, we shot up to 15th in the nation. We are tied for 2nd in the ACC, only behind Clemson and Stanford. Clemson and us, we have the same record. Gonna probably be on a collision court. Actually, we're not. We've already played earlier this season. So we need Clemson to actually drop their last game, so that way we can propel ahead of them. After that win, we also would get Tyler Yoder, the 4-star gem center, coming in agile archetype. Once again, he's got 88 impact blocking and 89 strength. Also got Cornell Downey, 92 speed with 93 throw power. And if we go down, we didn't get the 3rd guy that came on a visit, but we still have plenty of guys that are coming in here in week 13 as we go over, not ready for a visit, but visit scheduled. I can show you how many guys we have ready for week 13. Scrolling all the way down, we have Zach Hall, 4-star middle linebacker. Jesse Franz already came. Kurt Pickard, Malu Hope, and that's about it. The Great White Hope. Hopefully he commits to the team. Once again, we cannot overstep NC State. We've done so in the past, like last year, for example, that cost us our bowl eligibility. This year, need to handle our own business. Oh my God. Jordan Shipp, sophomore receiver, 8 for 248 and 4. That is an absurd stat line for wide receiver. That pretty much guarantees that we beat NC State, but my word. Hopefully it carries us to the ACC championship. God, I hate myself sometimes. There we go. We made it. So Stanford must have lost. So we are playing Clemson in the ACC championship. We are 10th in the nation. We win this one and we are in the playoffs. To put the cherry on top of all that, we also got 4-star gem free safety Jesse Franz to commit to the team out of Magnolia, Texas. 84 change of direction, 89 agility, 91 excel, and 91 speed. I also got Kurt Pickard, 90 speed, 86 excel. Did we get anybody else? Because the screen still doesn't pop up. No, but we are in great position for all of our other recruits. So after that week, we got 3-star middle linebacker Frederick Patton out of St. Francisville, Louisiana. That is interesting. He is a gem, as you see in that top right corner. So he's definitely going to help our team out. Before heading into the ACC championship, Clemson looks like the superior team by a lot. 93 to our 90. So it looks like we got a big hill to climb. Go to Jordan Shipp. I said he was going to carry us all the way here. 11-yard score, and we get up 7-0. Another touchdown. This is Ethan Vasquez to Darrell Robinson, a running back transfer we got out of the portal last year. And we're up 2 scores. Vasquez has been pretty hot today. Up to the 9-yard line now, trying to go up 21-0. So what he does here is going to be a hand. Oh, a play action. I thought it was going to be a draw. Over the middle, picked off. Man, that just soles my britches right there. That is an interception. Another Clemson white linebacker making a play. Clemson has had pretty good backers. Oh my gosh, what's that guy's name? Not Bo. Was it Boware? I'm pretty sure it was Boware. God, this was a long time ago. Y'all probably don't even remember this guy. He was a big thumper. Had like a neck Samoan tattoo. I gotta think of his name. Yeah, Ben Boware. Okay, I was right. So Ben Boware played for Clemson way back in the day. We played Bama in the national championships. I actually played for the Panthers, believe it or not. So I was right on something. 3rd and 1. Do they hand the ball off here to Kanye Roberts to try to score, or does Vasco throw? Vasco will throw the football over the right side. Touchdown. That is a pristine drive right there to respond to Clemson's score. Clemson in this offense, led by Lenore Sellers, has came all the way back. It's 21-18. It's going to be a pitch to BB Jr. to the right side, untouched in the end zone, and that's going to be 18 straight unanswered points by the Tigers. 4th and 10. This is basically do or die here. Down by 1 point. Just got to get in field goal range. Throwing it, intercepted. That is Vasco's 2nd pick of the day. And we have soiled our chances at making the playoffs, losing to Clemson 25-24 in our first ACC championship appearance. You see from here, not even Clemson gets into the playoff. They bumped us out completely, and the ACC champion is completely left out of the playoff. On the bright side, though, we do get a 4-star tight end, D. Ams, from Union, Kentucky. He is a blocking archetype, which isn't my fave, but I'll take a 4-star tight end. Trevor Brees from Michigan would win the Heisman this season. 3,100 yards, 36 touchdowns, and only 3 picks, which is kind of wild. But we will play Tulane in the Military Bowl. We wouldn't end up beating Tulane in the Military Bowl, marking Bill Belichick's 2nd bowl victory during his tenure so far in North Carolina. And after that Tulane game, we would get 3-star wide receiver Greg Tompkins from Yelm, Washington. So you only got to commit. We are in the lead on Javier Fogg, however you want to say it. Kansas State wins another national championship. That's their 2nd in a row. And Toledo made it all the way. This is getting kind of crazy if you ask me. After having about 8 players hit the portal last year, this year we have none. So that is a huge upgrade for our depth and our team for next season. We would end up getting 3-star middle linebacker Javier Fogg from Fort Worth, Texas. So that just means we have a pretty wide open availability for the portal. We also got 4 guys drafted yet again. Zach Rice, a round 2 pick for a guard, is really good. Ethan Vasco even made his way to the 4th round after a superb season with us out of the portal. Amari Campbell goes in round 4, and Trevion Green goes in round 5. Oh my gosh, there's so many players interested in us in the portal. The list keeps on going, and I want all of them. I want to be greedy. As you can see here, we have pretty much free game to use for the portal guys, and we're throwing as many hours we can at each position. Just a couple of guys I really want to highlight here. Josiah Trotter with his bronze quick jump, gold takedown, and bronze grip breaker. Looks to be really good as a power rushing edge. And as we keep going down here to Jonathan Paylor, almost like Jonathan Taylor a little bit. He's only 5'9", but 94 speed, 99 agility with platinum shifty is kind of nuts. So here in week 2, we put a lot of visits down, changed some hours a little bit to focus them more on their hard sales and the exact pitches they want. But I'm pretty confident here we'll start seeing more commits roll through. There we go. There's one that bites the dust. Craig Callaway from Crawfordville, Florida. 3-star defensive end. Hollywood Smothers. What a running back name out of Charlotte, North Carolina. 4-star from the portal. Landon Thomas, another 4-star tight end from the portal from Moultrie, Georgia. I told you they were going to start rolling in, and they started to do so. Week 3 about to be in the books. I'm pretty sure we can get a couple more guys to commit. We're just ending the last portions of our scholarships that we have left. Mainly really excited for these transfer guys to commit already. Just like that, we get Derek Dandy, 4-star edge, defensive end, whatever you want to call him, from Mount Airy, North Carolina. No idea where that's at, North Carolina. Jalen Harvey commits from Gaithersburg, Maryland. Obina Onwuka from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. A bunch of defensive ends here. There we go. There's a defensive back. Austin Alexander from Richmond, Illinois. Jonathan Paylor, the guy with platinum shifty out of Burlington, North Carolina. So I'm pretty sure that's going to round out our class for the most part. We got one more guy left. And that's going to be Scotty Schroeder. So he's pretty much going to commit to the team. And we're going to get about 30-something players all together, which is really impressive. And there is Scotty Schroeder, 3-star defensive tackle from Wilmington, Connecticut. Let's go see where our class ended up at. All right, so we ended up with the number 5 class in the nation. Really good so far. 31 total recruits, 1 5-star, 23 4-stars, and 7 3-stars. We just needed more 5-stars as well, and we would have been at that number 1 spot. So hopefully next year we can hit that number 1. But starting off with developments, here we go with Levi Curse. He's got normal. That's a little disappointing. Impact. This will not be as good as last year's was. Last year's we had stars and elites everywhere. But here we go. Star with Spencer Cobb, 4-star gem at center. Star with Javon Heaney, 4-star gem tackle, not outside linebacker. Keep going down. Coker with impact as a 5-star, pretty disappointing. There's an elite with center Gerald Bishop, 88 impact blocking and 89 strength. More impacts. Another elite with a quarterback. Okay. 94 throw power, 88 speed. Our first quarterback within that elite dev. Star for Tyler Yoder, 88 lead blocking, 88 impact blocking. Star for Zach Hall, 88 speed, 85 agility. Star for Diams. So one of our few tight ends that's got a good development trait. Another star for Jesse Franz. I may have spoke too soon on the portion that said this is not as good as last year's, because we're just getting stars everywhere. Another one with Kurt. Keep scrolling down. All I'm seeing is impacts. I don't think any of the transfer guys are going to have a good depth trait. But for the most part, never mind, I lied. Landon Thomas, transfer tight end with star depth. Already has pretty good attributes. And that's going to round out the class with Jonathan Paylor having star with that platinum shifty ability. Gosh, actually, we're going to move Caleb DeBeer to running back. He becomes an 87 overall elusive back. Yeah, DeBeer, you were going to running back, and he's going to be goated at this position. Yeah, he gets platinum shifty when I switch him over, and gold 360. Oh yeah, that is a great choice right there. 99 agility, 99 change of direction is crazy. In this season 4, we're actually a 90 overall with Jordan Shipp, a redshirt junior, up at a 95 with boost. Star development coming in with, oh my gosh, the looseness is crazy. Great route running, great hands, good IQ. His power can go almost all the way up, and his quickness is maxed out. This guy is an absolute phenom. And then 95 overall middle linebacker, Evan Bennett, 94. This team better go win the national championship. Caleb DeBeer, once we moved him over to running back, becomes a 93. He's got elite dev. His looseness is all the way up. This guy is cracked. Yeah, Bill Belicheck has definitely done some numbers in the portal. Who's going to be our quarterback this year? Looks like it's going to be Jason Killings, the freshman redshirt. He redshirted last year. Is a 5-star star development out of high school. His caps are almost there, so he won't be getting much better than an 83, but his abilities are pretty good. All right, so year 4. Right now we are actually 5th in the nation. We're going with Purdue, then UCF at home, Boise State, traveling to UConn. They got us one time earlier, 2 years ago actually. Then traveling to Stanford, tough slate right there actually. Virginia, then Florida State, Georgia Tech, Duke, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and then closing out yet again with our rival, NC State. And this is how our hours are going to be spread out before we get into week 1 versus Purdue. Really, again, I'm pretty excited about this class coming up if we can get any of them. There's a couple guys I want to highlight really quick as we go all the way back up to the top. Starting off with Daryl Sheets, 99 speed, 96 excel, 94 agility with gold takeoff. And then Marco Berry, 98 speed. A lot of guys are just really fast in this class. And then we have Elias Body with gold quick jump. And as an outside linebacker, especially in this game, if you're an edge, quick jump is probably the best ability in the game. In Jason Killing's first game, we would win 31-17. Let's see how we did through the air. 353, 4 and 2. So he was definitely slinging the rock. He had 59 yards on the ground too. DeBeer didn't have the greatest game at running back, but I'm sure he'll get better as the season progresses. But Jordan Shipp, yet again, leading the way, 9 for 106 and 1. Derek Daney, defensive player of the week, 4 sacks, 6 tackles, and 2 tackles for loss. However, we would drop the game to Boise State, which led us to fall all the way down to 14. There we go. Finally, we get a commit. 4-star defensive tackle David Hand. We're in week 6 right now. 4-star right tackle Casey Cush commits. 4-star free safety Bernard D'Imperio, him also commits. 4-star wide receiver Howie Mettenberger. Wonder if he's related to Zach Mettenberger by any chance of imagination. Probably not, but it'd be kind of cool. Right now, through 5 weeks, we're at the bottom of the ACC because we just dropped the game to Stanford. It's time for this team to put up or shut up, man. We're a 90 overall. You can't be dropping the ball every time you play a tough team. We do have a chance to redeem ourselves here against the 15th ranked Virginia Cavaliers. A win here, we could propel our chances for the ACC title. And we definitely came out swinging 45-17 against Virginia. Yeah, Killings 251-3. Slate even came in for a little bit through 2 touchdowns, so that's always good to see. DeBeer had 82 yards and a touch. What about through the air? Christian Hamilton 86-2. Osborne 71-1. Shipwood 44-1. What about on defense? How do we do over there? 7 tackles by Stoner. Yeah, 2 sacks by Danny, who's been balling out this season. A sack by Simpson, sack by Starlings, half by Stoner and Harvey. Did anybody get any picks? 1 by Evan Bennett. Top that off. It looks like we got a bunch of commits. Starting off with Daryl Sheets. Deep threat archetype, 5-star receiver with 99 speed, 96 excel, and 94 agility with gold takeoff. That's really good. We're close on Marco Berry as we keep going down the list. My gosh, we got a lot of them. So Elias Body, the the gold quick jump outside linebacker, 82 speed. Eric Lord, 4-star wide receiver. We get a lot of wide receivers, I've noticed. Tyler Mancuso, 5-star defensive end, speed rusher archetype, 87 excel, 80 agility, 86 finesse move, which is really good off the start. Where do you win over Casey Rush? Bernard D'Imperio, 97 speed at free safety is kind of cracked. And then Larry Candidate, 4-star Jim, left tackle. I wonder if he, would run for something as a candidate. 95 strength, 85 impact blocking, and we already went over Howie Mettenberger. So again, we have a lot of hours. He's 555 to be exact. So we can go out and add more players to the board too. Oh, there we go. We get 4-star corner Marco Bears. Very confident getting him after the week 7 bye. And he does indeed commit. He is a Jim man-to-man archetype. And as you can see, before we played Florida State, we have crawled our way all the way back to being ranked 6th in the nation. And this team continues to frustrate me. We drop one to Florida State and we plummet all the way to 21st in the nation. 2 losses in the ACC. Probably not going to get it done here. Brock Glenn diced us up. Killings with 237-2. Had 57 on the ground as well. And only 84 yards through the air for Aspen. But that sucks. That basically means we might not make it to the ACC championship this year. There we go. Curtis Sampson allows us to bounce back versus Georgia Tech. 2 sacks, 7 tackles, 2 TFLs. Crazy game for the defensive end. And Christian Hamilton, 9 receptions, 217 yards, and 5 touchdowns. My goodness, him and Killings must have done some work against Georgia Tech, man. That's wild. Joey Burns in 3 sacks and 6 tackles. A bunch of our edge rushers are getting tons of sacks and pressures, which is wild. And we've crawled our way back to 12. So hopefully that means we are somewhat close to being back in for the ACC championship game. And we are 5th in the ACC. We just got to come through and beat NC State at the end of the year and just hope one of these teams drop a couple games. But we did get Larry Candidate, 4-star power left tackle, 85 impact blocking, and 95 strength is crazy strong. We also got Kyle Cahill. He's a physical wide receiver. He's got 90 excel, 84 release, 94 jumping. We also got Cameron Cologne, speed rushing defensive tackle with 90 strength, 85 excel. And it looks like that's the only couple people that committed. Another commit we got after week 10 was Chester Bax, 4-star corner slot archetype from West Jefferson, North Carolina. He's got 88 speed, not the fastest, but 93 change of direction, 89 excel, and 91 agility. Can definitely get the job done. There we go. We get another commit after week 12. Kevin Durrell from Creston, Iowa. Far out there for somebody to commit, but he's definitely going to help. He's a run-stopping outside linebacker. Our game 12 is against NC State. So if we beat them and either Stanford or Pitt loses, then we have a chance to sneak into the ACC championship game. So let's hope. Let's hope one of them lose, and let's hope we handle business against NC State. It seems like it always comes down to that game. Let's see if we do or not. What's our record? 9-3. We're ranked number 5. So we definitely handled business. So we won 24-10. So let's see what's the stat line that we put up here. TJ Talib threw 2 picks. Slate threw 3. Whoa, was Killings is hurt. Oh boy, that is not good at all. Not good. Osborne had 118-1, but hopefully Killings Won't be out for too long. He broke his collarbone. He's out 2 weeks. So that means he's going to be out for the ACC championship game if we make it. So is Christian Hamilton and Ronnie Laura. Oh, that's brutal. Well, it turns out we didn't even make the ACC championship game, though. So we got to hope that Stanford doesn't beat Pitt. That way we hold our spot in the top 12 team playoff. Let's go take a look to see if we're even projected to make it in the bracket. I'm not sure if we are. We are at 7. So if everything stays put, we should be able to make it in. After week 14, we did get Mitchell Kaxer, however you say his name, forced on middle linebacker Jabril Carden, and that's the only 2 we get for this week. But now we just got to hope and pray, basically, that, again, either Pitt beats Stanford in the ACC title game. After the conference championship week, we still haven't seen if Pitt beats Stanford or not, but we do get DeAndre Durante. He's a gem 4-star defensive end. Only guy that commits, but let's see if our answers or prayers have been answered. So let's go over, look at the bracket, and take a peek. So it looks like Stanford won, which means Pittsburgh pushes us out of the play. No, we're in. We're in at 8. We would play Georgia in the first round. Okay, never mind. So I guess they just went ahead and put 3 ACC teams in, which is amazing. Harry Thompson wins the Heisman in 27. That's the first time I've seen a wide receiver win it. 26 touchdowns. What quarterback does Auburn have doing all of that? All this is survive and advance. We're 90 overall. Georgia's 91 across the board. Kind of an underdog here, but again, survive and advance. All right, Georgia is threatening in our territory. Jaden Rashad is the starting quarterback for Georgia. Looking to throw. Oh, it's picked off. That could go all the way to the distance. That is gone. This is a 100-yard pick six if he doesn't get hawked to the 30, the 20, the 10. Tuggle giving chase, touchdown, North Carolina, Joey Burns. That is the outside linebacker. Oh my goodness, we just watched a 96-yard pick six. That is crazy, but we go up 6-0. How about that, man? How about them Tar Heels, baby? 3rd and 10 from the left hash to the 11-yard line. What does Killings have in store here? Going to be dropping back, ready to throw over the middle. Oh, that's touchdown. Beautiful dot right there. And my gosh, that couldn't have been scripted up any better. Here we go. 3rd and goal from the 3, 4th quarter. 1 touchdown here, and this game is pretty much under wraps. What is Killings going to do this time? Still under shotgun, throwing it. Oh, wide open man touchdown. I don't know why they didn't cover him. And that's going to be all she wrote. We are going to move on to the semifinals. Huge game for Killings and the crew, 38-17. We actually held Georgia scoreless in the second half. They only put up 17 in the second quarter alone. And Killings, man, 272-4, 81% completion percentage from a redshirt freshman is great. You can't ask for anything better. So after winning round 1, we play Oregon, the #1 overall seed in the Rose Bowl. This is going to be tough sledding. So it looks like it's a complete and utter domination right now, 26-6. A lot of field goals have been happening in this game. I believe we have 1 or 2 total touchdowns. The rest are just field goals as Oregon is driving down the field to start the 4th quarter. And it's going to be 4th and 3 from the 34. They're probably going to have to go for this. 4th and 3 from our 34-yard line. What does Oregon have in store here? They're down by 20. So if you don't get this, this is do or die. Throwing to the left side, batted away, incomplete. And the Ducks can basically kiss their playoff hopes goodbye. Game got a little close there to the end when we just simulated, but Oregon had too much too late. 26-20, your Tar Heels will advance to the semifinals. This was a quarterfinals. I got that mixed up last time. But thanks to Jason Killings, we are advancing. All right, here in the semifinals, we have Notre Dame in the Cotton Bowl. Gonna be very interesting to see if we can do it, but we are on a hot streak right now, so I'm pretty confident in us. Oh man, long touchdown pass right there. That is Jason Killings to Jonathan Paylor, and he hits pay dirt. Gosh dang it, dude. Here we go, power I formation. This is what you love to see. It's gonna be a toss to the left side. If he gets a block, he could get in. Touchdown, Tar Heels, and it's 14-0 within a blink of an eye. 38-0. Yeah, this game is pretty much over with. Let's go ahead and sim to the end. That's Landon Lamb again for his 2nd touchdown pass of the day. 45-21. Thanks to Jason Killings right there. His first year as a starting quarterback, and he has led us to the national championship game after having 331 yards and 4 touchdowns. Yep, and we play Alabama. When you think the dynasty has been killed off, Caleb DeBoer raises it up from the grave and storms back into the title game. And what he does not realize is we have a killer on our team. Jason Killings leading our team to this big game. This is the first time we've been down all playoff run. It's 3-1 from the 6th in the second quarter. It's 7-0. It's going to be a pass, overthrown, and we're going to have to know they're going for it. I formation here. You love the aggressiveness. I personally would go for this too. It's going to be a handoff up the gut, wide open hole, and he fumbles the football. Touchdown. Oh my gosh, I lost my breath there for a second, but that was a crazy circumstantial event that caused a touchdown. Well, we're actually hopping in here. It's 35-14. We need all the help we can get here with our team. Paler looks, oh, what a quick release right there, but that's going to be a touchdown. 80 yards. Got to use that 99 speed to our advantage to try to get back in this ball game. Need a score. Touchdown or bust, basically. Killings from the 3-yard line, handing it to DeBeer, and he's going to get in. Touchdown. Now we've cut it to a 1-score game. Let's see what they decide to do. Pistol set, handoff. Oh, it's not even going to be 4th and goal from the 1 because they ran straight into a blitz. They're going for this? Why? Why would you go for this in this situation? You would kick a field goal. Maybe they know something I don't know, but it's going to be Killings dropping back in the gun and getting sacked. What a terrible execution right there. Got a chance deep. Touchdown. Oh my gosh. That's Landon Lamb on the slot fade. We're going to overtime again in a playoff game or just a matchup that we're watching. So 38-38, as you see the overtime rules here. Yeah, this is making my nerves shake right now though. But man, that disappoints me that you have a wide open lane and you don't take it, but it will be 41-41. Alabama wins the national championship in double overtime. We kicked a field goal on our first possession. Alabama comes all the way down and wins the game 47-44. Means we're going to have to keep going until North Carolina wins the title. 4 years in, we just fall short. It's tough. Not much more you can say other than that. Season 4, my gosh, Killings had probably the best season we've had from a quarterback. 40 touchdowns, 5 picks. He was hurt for a little bit. Ethan Slate came in through 15-5. So really both quarterbacks combined for 55 touchdowns and 10 picks. It's a pretty daggone good season. On the ground, DeBeer still managed to put out 1,000 yards rushing. So even though we're in an air raid offense now, your running back can still get 1,000 yards, and Killings at 500 too. So still pretty good. Christian Hamilton, who was hurt, we are going to lose him for the year. 1,095-15, but we got a bunch of young guys like Jordan Shipp if he doesn't go to the draft. If he goes to the draft, we're kind of cooked. Nathan Osmond, Landon Lamb, Landon Thomas, who we're losing, but still a bunch of guys that we have coming up that'll be just fine. On defense, Joey Burns, 13.5 sacks as a coverage guy with 8 TFLs. Simpson, 11.5 sacks, 15 TFLs. Dedrick Dandy, who was hurt, 5 TFLs and 11 sacks. We had a lot of injuries, it looks like. So next season, if we're healthy, we'll be rocking. As you see here, yep, all 3 receivers were drafted. Shipp in round 1, Osman in round 1, and Christian Hamilton in round 2. Okay, in the portal, we do have a good bit of players interested in us. There's that tight end that I recruited that transferred out of Ohio State. So we're definitely going to focus on him because I remember he had a pretty good depth trait. Yeah, Tavita Reyes, a transferred junior, 6'3". Definitely going to go after him. All right, here's where we're standing after week 1 of the offseason. No. Here's where we're standing before week 1. We went after a bunch of transfers and honestly just threw all the hours on them. We haven't put anybody for a visit just yet, except for this guy, Corbin Wichman, who is a high school kid that I guess everybody dropped their offers from him, so I threw him on the board. He's going to come in week 1 and commit to the team, but everybody else is a transfer guy. And as I predicted, Corbin Wichman would commit to the team from Summerville, South Carolina. Gonna help replenish what we lost. We lost our top 4 receivers to graduation or to the NFL draft. 2, we brought a couple people in, led by Tavita Reyes for a visit, then Marcel Decker. Other than that, most people coming in week 3 except for Assembly and Cisco. Our first transfer commit can be 4-star Blake Franks. He's a left guard. Tavita Rhea also commits 4-star tight end. So does Keenan Cisco. So 3 of the guys that I said came on a visit would commit to the team. Coming in week 3, we have Dante Sheets coming on a visit. If we keep scrolling down, we have Nigel Trahan and a little bit more down, and that's going to be it that we have coming in except for transfer Josh Franco. I think he's overall going to commit to Texas, so I don't think we get him. We do start off with Dante Sheets, that slot corner from Covington, Georgia. Marcel Decker, which I'm surprised because Clemson was on the lead on him. Nigel Trahan commits to the team. AJ Watkins, another transfer free safety. Titus Osemele, my goodness, transfer right tackle. Austin Leibfried, right guard. And our class is shaping up really nice right now. That'll be it for our recruiting. That's everybody on the board. so we can go one more week and then see where our class ends up. Shafted by Georgia again. Second class in the nation, 4 5 stars, 22 4 stars, and 2 3 stars. Let's see where our developments ended up. Lately, we've been going crazy on the dev traits. Elite for Daryl Sheets with 99 speed. Elite with Marco Berry, 98 speed. Elite with David Hand. That's 3 elites in a row. Star with Stephen Cushing. Keep going. Buddy ruined it with normal. Keep going. Star for Tyler Mancuso. Star for Casey Cush. Star for Bernard D'Imperio. Elite for Larry Candidate. Oh, that's 4 elites in one class. Star for Cameron Cologne. Impact. Keep going all the way down. Is that it? So there we go. Star for DeAndre Durante. 85 speed as a power rusher, which is insane. Tavita Rio would have star transfer from Ohio State, who he recruited 2 years ago, actually. Markel Deckwood, star center. Keep going down. Normal impact. Star for Keenan Cisco is a 3-star transfer wide receiver. Star for freshman Corbin Wichman. And then impact for Austin Leibfried. At season 5, we're 92 overall with a 98 middle linebacker, Evan Bennett. DeBeer's up to a 95. Bukele is up to a 95 the second string middle linebacker, which is crazy. Anderson a 90 forward boost. Burns to a 93. Like, this has got to be the team that takes it to the all the way this time and doesn't lose in the national championship. Lacey Killings is an 86. Lyles up to an 82. So this is going to be neck and neck to see who might start in the near future. Who's got the better caps? Killings is almost capped out. He might make it to a 90-ish overall. He's up to 87 speed, though. What's Lyles' caps looking like? He's got star dev. Oh, Lyles looks like the better quarterback with development by next season. Our 5th season, we're going to have James Madison, South Carolina, then an FCS team, SMU, Wake Forest, Florida State, Kentucky, Duke, Boston College, and 7th ranked Stanford, Virginia, and then of course closing out with NC State. Here in year 5, I'm simply just going all in. I went after just all the 5 stars I possibly could, threw them on the board, and then gave them 60 hours apiece. Lose to South Carolina. How? I don't know. Killings with 318, 2-1. Cabrera had 2 picks. What allowed us to lose this game? Didn't get anything on the ground. I don't know. I'm so confused at this game sometimes. Dante Sheets, 3 interceptions against SMU, which will lead us to victory. I wouldn't be surprised if he got National Defensive Player of the Week too after that one. He did not. But we do at least unlock something, Scheme Guru, sure. 5 years in, but I'm surprised he didn't win Defensive Player of the Week National. And ironic, this is typically a basketball matchup you'd get hyped for, Kentucky at North Carolina. But we are ranked in the top 5, so maybe this will actually be a football matchup. Okay, good. We got some commitments after that one, after we beat Kentucky. Quentin Liggins, 5-star left tackle, agile archetype, coming in with 90 strength and 80 pass block, which is really good. Stephon Henry, 5-star defensive end with 87 finesse smith, 88 excel. 5-star wide receiver from Opelika, Alabama, 96 speed, 95 excel. And I believe that's the top 3 that we got so far. Now we got Alfred Stoudemire, wonder if he's related to Amari Stoudemire. He's got 92 speed, 79 catching, 89 agility. Jeff Jones, another 5-star, 85 speed, 86 tackle. And we already went over Damian Anger, but we'll show him here again. Oh my goodness, Jason Killings against Duke, 293 and 5. Definitely coming out this season with a bitter taste in his mouth, as we're 7-1 and ranked 2 in the nation. So we got 5-star Titus Owen after we beat Duke. He's a free safety hybrid archetype, coming in 94 speed, 80 man, 93 excel. Got Malik Gibbs, another scrambling archetype. All those abilities with 89 speed and 92 throw power. Keep going down. Already went over Anger. Anybody else commit? We get Juan Mateo, pass protector, 84 pass block power, 84 on his finesse. We would get 5-star strong safety before week 9, Dakota Wetzel, coming in from Williamstown, New Jersey, with 89 speed, 81 pursuit, 86 agility. Now this one is the biggest matchup of the season. We have the 4th ranked Stanford Cardinal, and we're the #1 team in the nation. We gotta fight to defend our spot at the top of the rankings. We would fall to Stanford 29-15. Got pretty much dominated. Killings with 295, 2-1. Couldn't get anything going on the ground. How'd Stanford beat us? Yeah, Elijah Brown had 294 and 2. Nothing really on the ground, but mainly just inefficiency on offense is what bit us in the tail here. After the week 11 bye, we would get 4-star quarterback Miguel Ayu from Dallas, Texas. What a last name for a quarterback. Ayu. Bryce Parker, 3 TFLs against Virginia. Gonna lead us to 9-2. We're about to, oh, wait a second. Alex Taylor, 9 for 270 and 3. My goodness, but we're going to be 9-2. We play NC State this week. We are ranked 4th in the nation, which means we probably have a good standing in the ACC. Yeah, we can't drop another game, because if we drop another game, Stanford has the tiebreaker over us. So Duke is right behind, but we are at the top of the ACC right now. All right, so we made it to the ACC championship yet again. This time we play 23rd ranked Duke. Win and you're in, lose and then you leave it up to interpretation if you're in. Before the conference championship game, we would get 4-star free safety Jeremy Horn out of Katy, Texas. He's one of many safeties that we've gotten so far. Look, we gotta win. We're 94 overall, and we need to secure a first-round bye for the playoffs. All right, 3rd and goal from the 1. They're going I formation. This is 100% a handoff to Caleb DeBeer in the backfield. See what it's gonna be. It's a play-action sack. They were all over it. Montrez Smith brings them down. We'll have to kick a field goal from 26 yards away, right down the middle. So this should be pretty smooth operation. It's up and it is good. Gonna be 10-0. Another long touchdown. It's 17-0 thanks to Alex Taylor going for 30 yards. Caleb DeBeer makes it 23-3, and we're just gonna go to the end of the game because at this point it's all that she wrote. And this one got pretty ugly. 51-10. The Tarheels, you know, they came out here wanting to claim their first ACC title under Bill Belichick, which is kind of crazy considering the talent we've had on many teams. But Killings coming in 334 yards and 4 passing touchdowns. After that, we do get John Overbaugh. Don't get him confused with John Harbaugh from Birmingham, Alabama. Anthony Bourne, 4-star middle linebacker from Kentucky. And again, our class is going to be one of the top in the nation. Alex Taylor, 10 for 149-1. Of course, he's going to win Offensive Player of the Week for the ACC because there's only 2 teams playing. Dylan Raiola, again, it's so weird that he's at Alabama, but he transferred in over there, wins a Heisman, 4,000 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 4 picks. I want to face him again because he's the one that knocked us out of the national championship last year. Curtis Simpson, best defensive end, 13 sacks and 11 TFLs. Last year, he was hurt in the title game. So we'll also get the Lombardi Award, 13 sacks, again, going over his stats. But we're healthier this year, or at least we should be. And we're going to be the number 2 overall seed in all the playoffs. Let's go take a look to see who we might match up against. So right now, it's going to look like either Stanford or Kansas State. Kansas State's already won 2 natties. Stanford beat us earlier this season. So it's going to be a tough matchup in the Orange Bowl. All right, it's a rematch against Stanford. They defeated us once this season when they were 4 and we were number 1. Now we're going to rematch them here in the Capital One Orange Bowl. We're down by 9, 30-21. We're going to have a miraculous comeback here to have a chance at winning. Slant over the middle, touchdown. That's a great start to storm back in this one. Got to match up deep. Landon Lamb down the left sideline and touchdown, 71 yards. We had to go in, take the matchup, and that's his 2nd score of the day. And after that score, we would barely escape against Stanford, 34-30. All right, and in the Peach Bowl, it's going to be Georgia. They are always here. Somehow they find a way to make it to the playoffs. You know you can't win a natty without running through them. Oh, come on, Landon. Stack him. Oh, go, 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 go. Touchdown, 67 yards, baby. Come on. It's 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. Georgia down by 13. See what they're going to cook up here. Drop back to throw. Right side, batted away. Do they kick a field goal or are they going to go for it? They are indeed going to go. Touchdown or bust scenario, and I don't blame him. I'd be doing the same thing. Drop back to pass yet again. All day in the pocket. Throwing it to the middle. Picked off. That is what we needed there to make a key stand. And after that pick by Alpha Stoner, we would advance to the national championship game in our 2nd year in a row. Hopefully this time we come away with it. Last time we got heartbroken by Alabama in overtime. The Killings with 320-3 couldn't ask for a better game. All right, we're playing Notre Dame. We played them a year ago, I believe in the Cotton Bowl, before making it to the national championship. So this is a rematch for them to try to beat us. And we are trying to make amends for what happened a year ago. Already 17-0. Looks like it might be 20. Oh no, we got stalled out there. But 17-0 in a national championship game. Oh, Notre Dame's about to score. So forget about that. Joey Burns sacks Kenny Minchie. And now Notre Dame's going to have to kick a field goal. 3rd and goal from the 10. Not looking good to make it 24-3. Just don't turn the ball over. That's all you can ask your quarterback here. Don't make a dumb mistake. Let's see what he does. Killings over the middle. Oh, almost picked off, but we're going to have to kick a field goal, but they are going for it, actually. Hold on. I formation. Are they running a toss to DeBeer? The last time they did this, they ended up in a sack. It's going to be a handoff. DeBeer get stuffed at the 1. Last time we were down here, the beer got stuffed at the 1-yard line on 4th and goal. So what did happen here? Play action, a little screen pass, and landed Lamb is in the end zone, touchdown, making it 29-3. And there you have it. North Carolina has finally won a national championship here in year 5 under Bill Belichick, defeating Notre Dame 37-10. If you like this challenge, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know what other challenge you want me to do on a rebuild here on College Football 25. But until then, I'm out. See ya.